Welcome to Flourish, the podcast for faith-driven mompreneurs who are ready to release overwhelm, create sustainable, healthy habits, and build purpose-driven businesses aligned with their faith, family, and vision. I'm Stephanie Book, a transformational mindset, wellness, and business coach. I'm here to equip you with the tools, mindset shifts, and encouragement to help you flourish. If you're ready to grow a thriving life and business while staying aligned with your faith, purpose, and priorities, you're in the right place. You are worthy and capable of living a full and flourishing life. Success isn't just possible, it's meant for you. Let's dive in. Hey there, and welcome to the Flourish podcast. My name is Stephanie, and I'm so glad that you are here. Today is our final week of our Rooted and Refreshed series. I hope that you have enjoyed this series as much as I have. All of those links are in the show notes to make sure if you've missed any of them, you don't have to listen to one to listen to the other. But I do hope that they have been fun or helpful to you as they have been fun and helpful to me as well. I love how, as a podcast host, as an author, as someone that is teaching something, a lot of times it's the things that they need to hear themselves. And so this has been a fun passion project for me, very quick little episodes, but I hope that they've been encouraging to you. And I'm excited to jump in for one more week. And then we get to look ahead to September. Crazy, right? But then the following week, I'm going to have a special interview with Jill White that's going to be coming up the following week. So next week. So be looking forward to the different things that I have here on the podcast because I'm excited to be able to continue to share the things that I'm learning and encouraging you along the way. So today we are doing Rooted and Rest. That is a good thing to talk about, right? I know we've talked about rest a few times here before, but it's important. It's a good reminder because I don't know about you, but as a mom, as an entrepreneur, as a wife, as a church member, and a volunteer, and all the things, right, that we do, we can find ourselves very busy doing all the things, but then we will forget to step in and actually take that time to rest. It's so important to have rest and have the proper kind of rest. I'm not talking about just sitting around all day long watching Netflix, which I think there's a place sometimes where just kind of unplugging for that kind of just unplugging or just that kind of sitting back is fun too. But I'm talking about a true rest, a rooted rest in the Lord. And so let's dive in and we'll talk through that. So this week's verse is Matthew 11:28-30. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So we're going to be talking about that deep soul rest, the kind that doesn't come from checking out, like I said, but really for leaning in. In Matthew 11, Jesus offers us an invitation, right? Come to me, and so on and so on. I will give you rest. It's not rest we earn. It's not rest we schedule, really. It's rest that's received when we pause, we surrender, and remember who is carrying the weight. I know that I've talked about rest before when you're just going for a walk. Now, I'm not like going for a walk for that exercise, but just when I go out walking on my trail and I just take in, maybe I don't have anything even in my ears, and I'm just taking in the beauty of God's creation. I'm walking, I'm breathing the air in and out. I'm seeing the birds. I'm watching the wind blow the trees or the bushes. There's a rest. I'm inviting God in as I'm walking through and inviting him into my walk, into my moments, into my day. We get to have that time of spending the time with the Lord, resting in him, opening up our arms, and just allowing him to lead us through our walk, through our life, taking away the pressures, taking away the shouldas, the wouldas, the couldas that we might be holding on to our heart, and just open hands resting in the Lord. I think often we will equate rest with weakness or laziness, but Jesus never did. Jesus talks about rest, right? He created the whole world and then he has a whole time set aside for rest, right? He modeled it. He retreated to quiet places. He stepped away to be with the Father, not just to recharge, but even to realign. Hey friends, I wanted to pause for just a moment to make sure that you knew about my 20-minute free coaching calls that I am offering right now. I want to be able to step in and help you find the clarity that you need, whether it is finding that next step in your business or finding the next step in your health and which way to go, or really just finding that structure or the systems, because you have a lot of things that God has laid on your heart that you want to do, but you're just not quite sure, or you just need someone guiding you through. I had a call with someone today that was helping me, and it was so helpful. It was 20 minutes, and I walked away feeling so much more confident and ready to take on the task that I was struggling with. So I invite you to take a 20-minute call free on me, and I'll give you a free gift as well. So you can find all of the information in the show notes below, or you can just put clarity in the comments and I will make sure to get you the link. Reach out on me on social media. You know where to find me on Instagram at steph.book, or on Facebook. You can find me there, or you can be part of our Flourish group where I am sharing about that as well. I want you to feel supported in your next steps. And so put clarity in the comments so that we can have that time to connect for a free call and help you map out what could be that next step for you. All right, let's jump back in the episode. I don't know about you, but a lot of times we're just constantly running on empty. We're going. We're trying to hold everything together, and we wear it like a badge of honor. Like, I don't know how many people I hear, oh, I'm just so busy. Oh, so busy. And I've really tried to take that into consideration and not focus on the hecticness of busy. There are times where it just is busy, and that's okay. But what if we don't look at it as a badge of honor, or like almost like we're wearing like that stamp of approval or something that we put on ourselves, that if we are not busy, then we are not productive and we're not doing all the things that we're supposed to do. And I don't think that's what God wants for us. I don't think that we are supposed to wear that as a badge of honor, because He invites us to rest. He models for us to rest. We want to make sure that we're not doing all the striving in our own strength, because God wants us to refresh, to realign, to step into His rest. And if we're doing all the things and never stopping, never going to the Lord, never stopping and breathing, taking those moments to realign, walk away, go to the Father and spend time in His Word, just open hand walking and just inviting Him in, like, we want to be rooted in rest. It doesn't mean that we stop completely doing all the things. It just means stop working from that pressure and start working from peace, allowing the Lord to really step in and lead us and guide us. Matthew 11 again says, come to me. That's the first step. Not come with a to-do list, not come with perfection, just come to Him. Then He says, take my yoke upon you. A yoke was a tool that was linked to oxen, right? They're together. One was stronger, two is stronger than one, right? So they yoke them together so that they're more powerful, that they're more strong. They're stronger, right? So Jesus is like, okay, take my yoke, let me carry the weight with you. Learn how to walk at my pace, right? So we get to have that chance of bringing us and then the Lord and harnessing us together so that He can walk us through, that He can carry us through, so that we are not doing it all. We're not striving. We're not doing it all on our own. We're inviting Him in. He's gentle and He's humble in heart. He will help us find the rest in our souls, because we get to show up with Him, and He models that, and it allows us to step in with calm, with rest, and know that we don't need to continue to strive harder. We want to rest in Him. And honestly, the more that we seek Him, the more that we invite Him into our days, the more that we take that time, that pause in the moment to invite Him in, to carry that with us, carry the yoke, be connected with us, the more peace we have, the less stress that we have, and the less busy we feel, because we might still have all the things, right? We still have the full to-do list, but somehow we carry it differently. Okay, so I'm going to read today's devotional is back from the 100 Days of Believing Bigger by Marshawn Evans Daniels. I just really love this devotional. I was going to do one from this every week, but I thought, okay, we won't just do that. But I think she just has the right words to say in a simple few in a few words. So again, she is highlighting Matthew 11:28-30, but this is from the Message version. I remember the first time I read this version, I just really loved how it spoke, and I felt really like I connected with it. So it says, "Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me, and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me, and you'll learn to live freely and lightly." Isn't that so cool? And she says, "Rest is more than a vacation, a long overdue nap, or a trip to the spa. Self-care is important to recharge our mind, body, and spirit. But you can do all these things and still feel emotionally and spiritually exhausted. Rest," she says, stands for releasing every sabotaging thought. It is our thoughts that hijack our peace and pollute our minds with worry. The word says to learn the unforced rhythms of grace. If God is inviting us to learn it, that means it doesn't come naturally. We can begin by reflecting upon the thoughts we're thinking when we start to feel anxious. This is how we take our thoughts captive and make them obedient to Christ as directed in 2 Corinthians 10:5. We cannot defeat toxic thoughts if we're unaware that they're in the driver's seat. As we release the need for perfection, continuous creation, and hustle, we begin to enter the rhythm of grace, a more peaceful and productive pace. When we're focusing and fixing, we're operating from the soil of lack, which yields the empty fruit of weariness, overwhelm, and distrust. But when we operate from the soil of possibility, watered by supernatural trust and blessed thinking, we get to joyously experience more than we can fathom. So good, right? So what are a few practical ways that we can start creating rest this week? First of all, schedule margin. Block off time in your calendar that isn't productive, but is peaceful. Whether it's the walk, like I talked about, maybe reading, or really just simply being still. Sitting out on your back porch if it's not too hot or not too cold. Maybe just standing outside, just taking in the day. Maybe drinking your coffee outside without anything, without any music, without even a devotional. Maybe it's just sitting and resting and taking in that time to connect with God. Say no to something small. Protect your peace by recognizing your limits. You don't have to do everything. So we want to be aware of the things that we're saying yes to. What are we striving against? Is there something even small? Start with small, because I know many of us want to say yes to all the things, right? But maybe just that one simple no. Maybe there's something that you are asked to do. You could do it. You could probably make time for it. But what if you just said no for this one time and tested that out? Practice small and then see how you can start saying no to the things that are good things, but maybe are pulling you away from what is best. And then end your day with prayer, not pressure. Instead of reviewing your to-do list at night, release it to God and just say, what do you want me to carry tomorrow? It's okay. I think it's good to review. And I know that a lot of us, we want to review, what did we do and what do we need to do next? But maybe we just open our arms up and just say, God, let me take on tomorrow as you want me to take it on. Help me, give me peace, stepping into the next day and doing what you have. Rest is not a reward. It's a rhythm. God designed you to rest, but not burn out. He took the rest. You need to take the rest as well. He's not asking you to hustle harder. He's inviting you to walk slower, more intentionally, and more in step with him. Remember, you don't have to earn rest. You're allowed to take it in. You're allowed to receive it. So friends, take a deep breath. Remember that he's with you. His presence is there. You just need to open up your hands and invite him in. Friends, I hope that you enjoy this Rooted and Refreshed series. I really enjoyed doing it. Again, like I said, please pass it on to anybody that you think it might help and encourage. If you've got that friend that is just always on the go, say, hey, take 10 minutes, take 15 minutes. I don't know how long it is today, but just take that few moments, listen to this, and maybe adapt one thing. Try one thing. Maybe take that quick walk. opening your hands and hearts to God. Maybe it is just drinking your coffee outside and bringing nothing out there. I don't care what it is. Maybe it's that saying no to one small thing. Friends, again, I thank you for listening. I do hope that it encouraged you. Please pass it on, and I hope you have a wonderful, rooted, and refreshed day. Take care. Thank you for joining me on Flourish. I hope today's episode left you feeling inspired and equipped to take your next step with confidence. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who needs this encouragement. Be sure to connect with me on Instagram at steph.book and join our Facebook community of faith-driven women who are ready to flourish. Make sure to check out the show notes for all the ways we can connect and continue this journey of growth together. My friends, remember, you are worthy and capable of living a full and flourishing life. Success isn't just possible, it's meant for you. Take care.